up, guys? This is DJ Viciouz, and today I'm going to show you how to map your MIDI device to your Serato interface. And it's really an easy process once you get your MIDI device set up. In my case, I'm using the AKAI MPK261 keyboard controller, and I just needed to plug it into my laptop, automatically found the drivers, installed it. Once it's installed, all you have to do is go into your Serato interface, click on the setup screen, and look for the MIDI tab. Once you click the MIDI tab, you should see your device assigned here. I'm going to go ahead and double click on my device, and I'm going to set this as a new preset. So I'm going to save this as MPK261 setup. Click OK. And now I have this is the next preset I'm going to be using. So when I get out of setup, all you have to do at this point is click on MIDI, and you'll see some of these buttons change color, be reassigned. Now let me load a song so you'll see what that looks like. I'm going to unclick MIDI, and I have a song with some pre-selected cue points that I'm just going to go ahead and drop in there, and I'll just drop it on both channels here so you can see them. And we want to assign these cues. Now I have a dicer set up here, so if I wanted to, I could just. But as you can see, I only have 5 cue points that I can set. I'd like to use more cue points than just those 5. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the MIDI button here, and you'll see that these buttons all turn blue. What they're asking you to do here is click on the button and then say what pad do you want to assign to that. So I'm going to use these pads here. I'll use the 4 here for my first 4 cue points, these 4 for my last 4. Then I'll do my right side on this tab here. Okay. So this one I'm going to assign to this button here, and as you can see, it turned to a blue screen that tells you exactly what channel and what node it's assigned to. Let's go ahead and click on the rest. So I click on number 2, and I'll go ahead and do the rest while I'm at it. So I'll use this for my right channel, cue point 1. So now, regardless of what song you play, what track you put on your computer, those cue points are now set for this channel. So let me go back to setup. I'm going to save this. Let's go back to the screen here, and let's test it out. So I'm going to go ahead and play my track. So now channel 1 is here, channel 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Alright, so let's play around with it here. So many. How many mics do Yo. 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 Yo, 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 yo. As you can see, the channels are assigned. They're all working. And the nice thing about this is you can assign more channels to different effects in different areas. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going to assign some samples here. So I want to figure out a way to trigger each one of these samples anytime I want using my keyboard. So all I have to do at this point is let's switch banks. We'll go bank B, okay? And what I'm going to do is I'm going to click the MIDI button again. And what I want to do is I want to trigger a sample every time I hit a button. So let's say this sample here, I want to assign to channel 1, button 1, or bank B, button 1. This one I'm going to go this way this time. 3. Let's do 1, 2, 3 for these next 3 items. So now that I've done that, let me turn off MIDI and let's test it out. So let's throw this track on, and we've assigned the sample here. Well, that sounds pretty good, but the problem is that that sample sounds a little bit too fast, okay? So what I'm going to do here, so let's click on this button, And I need to adjust the pitch control on this to slow it down, speed it up, whatever I need to do. So let's slow this down a little. Let's just set it right to the middle here. So that's a little faster. Let's slow it down a little bit. But how do I slow it down without having to go to my computer and click on this here? Okay. What I'm going to do is I'm going to assign my sliders on my keyboard. So here, if I move this, let me adjust my camera a little bit here. Alright, so we're going to go here to my sliders. So let's go back to MIDI. And when we click on MIDI, I want to adjust the faders based off of these cue points here. So I'm going to select this fader. Just slide it up and down, and that'll adjust the fader for you. This will be fader number 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. So now I have control over these faders as well in case my sample is a little too fast. I can play it inside the track, play it in my head, and then adjust it based off my needs. So I'm going to go ahead and play this again here. So let's see what it sounds like. Let's slow it down a little bit. If I want to speed it up. So there you go. Now you've assigned not only the sample, but you've assigned the pitch control for each one of these banks. So I can throw a sample onto channel number 2 here. So let's find something I could throw in there. Okay, so I've assigned 4 random samples in here that you can play at will now. Now as you can see here, I have it set to hold here. Let me adjust these. Change this to that. Change this to that. These are already set.
I want to rock right now.
Oh. Having to try these for a little bit. So I've already signed the faders as well, so I can so I could speed it up or slow it down, whatever I'd like. Then we could add some effects to it as well if we wanted to. So here I have some effects that we can assign here. So I have the delay turned on right now. We'll go ahead and assign these channels as well. Okay, so we can actually assign keys as well. So I'm going to choose this channel here, and I want to assign it to key number 1. And then I want to assign this to key number 2. Alright. So how about if we wanted to have some effects on our song? I assigned this channel to a key on my keyboard here. So it's assigned to key number 1 on my keyboard. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to adjust the values here. So I'm going to go ahead and click on this, and I'm going to assign a button here, a knob. Here's how I turn it on. So what we're going to do here is let's change this to echo. This button is assigned no matter what you turn on here. So I could turn on distortion, it's off and on. And then I can use this button to adjust it now because it's already assigned. So let's go ahead and just click on this and try a different effect here. Trigger it with my key on my keyboard.
You see my ass on me, you see my ass in the movies, you can play my ass on me, you can see my ass in the retweet. Rich niggas always count their salaries, and thick bitches always count their calories. All these fake fallacies, why y'all niggas doubting me?
And there you go. That's how you assign the channels. You can do whatever kind of layout you want on your keyboard or on your device. As long as you have the right buttons, knobs, etc., and sliders, then that should give you the opportunity to be able to manipulate each and every one, if not most of these different effects and values on your Serato interface. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. If you want to like this video or share it with somebody that might be able to benefit from it, that'd be great too. So I appreciate your time watching us today. Have a good day.